What is cracking people's inspiration back with another video. So this isn't the video I had planned. I actually was going to do another legendary martial arts episode, which I will still do that episode, but I'll be put next week now because I'll be doing a very first episode this weekend, continuing that series. So what am I here for? What's this video about then? I thought I would do a video about the results of the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight. Because in the top corner you'll see a screenshot of a video I did a while ago where I talked about it when it first got announced and why I said in that video I think Jake Paul's got an easy win and easy dubs in this match. And to no surprise, Ben Askren, got KO'd. But you're wrong. He got actually TKO'd. Technical knockout. Because the KO is flat on the floor, you don't wake up. Which he did get flat on the floor, but he did get back to his feet. He was just wobbly in the rest of the match. So before I go into the video further, if you can drop a sub somewhere down here, that'd be much appreciated. So the three main reasons why I think he lost. I'll demonstrate a few of the things I personally saw in the match from a person who trains in martial arts, of why I think Jake Paul easily got the dubs and easily got the TKO in the first round. Now before I do that, the first reason I think Jake Paul won is because, in my opinion, Ben Askren didn't give a fuck about this match. From the interviews I've seen him in and the press conference I saw him in, he was very relaxed, not really bothering what Jake Paul said. Now you could put that down to he's been in the UFC, and he's been against people that trash talked him before, so he's probably used to the trash talking. But what I mean by it didn't look like he really cared, which I think he obviously trained, but I think he probably didn't train it as hard as he would do if, say, it was a UFC fight. It's because it's a boxing match. He said in the post interview that he come out of retirement for this one match and that's it. He's not going to do another match. He's not going to step in the cage again. He's not going to do another boxing match. He's literally done it for this one match. And let's be honest, what has he lost out of this? He hasn't really lost anything. It doesn't tie into his UFC career, because in his UFC career he's still got 16 wins and 2 losses, I believe, or something like that. So it doesn't go on his UFC record. It doesn't affect how good he was in the UFC. And he wasn't known for boxing in the UFC. He was known for being a wrestler. And he obviously got a big paycheck out of this. If I read correctly, he got like 350 million from this fight or something like that. Maybe something. That's what I read. I might be wrong on that. That's what I read. And Jake Paul got like 5 million from it. Or 5,000, I don't know, something along those lines. But see, he didn't have nothing. He didn't have nothing to lose on this fight. All right, he might be a little embarrassed that he lost to YouTube BOXER, but in my opinion, I don't think that affected him. I don't think he cares that he lost to a YouTube fighter. As he always said in his interviews, he'll go back to living his life with his wife and teaching wrestling, and just has a big paycheck out of it. And that's probably set him up for life. So I really don't think he gave 2 fucks about this fight, to be honest, and that's why I think, one, he didn't win. Now, I'm going to take you to my combat zone, and put my gloves on to kind of show you the second 2 other reasons why I think he lost. So just give me a second, and I'll see you in the combat zone. So spare me, because I'm putting on my little brother's boxing gloves for this part, just because I can't bother to go inside and get my ones. I'm fine. And I mentioned this in the video I did a while ago. He is a wrestler. And Jake Paul caught onto his plan very quickly. If you watch the match, he was very like that, trying to move slowly, trying to get close to him so he can get in there and do an underbelly. Kind of, So say Jake Paul's in front of me. Underbelly. Obviously, so then he could do a bit of illegal punching. Because he didn't even punch him when he got like off the clinch. And that's typical of a wrestler. They will look for that. They'll either wait for their opponent to strike with the, left, right, and then duck under and do a 1-knee takedown, or a 2-knee or double, and slam them. Or, as he was trying to do, which, like I said, Jake Paul catch on very quickly, because you could see Jake Paul was kind of just moving out the way like that, kind of just backing off from him. they would go for the clinch like that, which then they would use the foot. You can't see my foot, but this foot here would then sweep the leg behind them. So this leg would this leg would be behind them, and it sweep their foot, and then they would fall to the ground, and then Ben Askren would land on top of his opponent. Or he would be on the belly, lift him, and then slam him down. And you could tell that's kind of what he was, not obviously going for the takedowns, but because he was so used to wrestling, and that's his fighting style, and that's why I said he's not going to win, because wrestling is completely different from boxing. That's what he's used to doing, so that's why he's still trying to go in there and clinch him. And I bet you money that in his head he was trying to stop himself, trying to stop himself so much from, just like I said, when he was underhooking him, tripping him from behind and on top of him, or slamming him. Guarantee he was trying his hardest not to do it. Third thing, I don't think he was confident in the ring anyway. Now, from what I was watching, Jake Paul did some very simple boxing. Now, I do kickboxing, so I know about the boxing side of it as well. Not saying I'm a top level boxer, because I'm not. Obviously, I do kickboxing, so I do have boxing in me, and I've amateur boxing, and kickboxing is obviously I can use my legs as well. So that's incorporated into my fighting style. But you can tell in the match, Ben Askren was very much like this. Very much like this. Kind of keeping his guard to his face. Whereas Jake Paul was more like this, very confident, which is how, like, say for example, when I'm fighting, because I'm very confident in my striking ability, I will be like Jake Paul, I would like that. Because you can fire off the shots more quickly, you know, that sort of stuff. You can duck and weave more. Whereas, like I said, Ben Askren was like that. Now, you can fire off shots from there, but they're not going to be, one, as effective, and two, that blocks your vision. You can't really see as much. And then all Jake Paul had to do, which he did, was send the jab, which you get taught to send that one the most. You kind of use the jab as to keep them back, to test the distance. So that's what he did, which made Ben Askren drop his hands. I don't know why. Or made him drop this hand at least, which left this side of the face open, which then when Jake come in with the right hand went, boom, you know. And fair play. And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying for one bit I like Jake Paul, because I don't. But he used a simple boxing technique, which is, like I said, set him up with a jab, which then, you know, he would have dropped his hand maybe he might have dropped his hand ready thinking he could go for the stump shot, or he can go for uppercut with his hand, or a right hook for himself. That's why he might have dropped the hand. But Jake Paul used simple that bit of just jab to keep him back, keep him distracted, and then duck back, boom, come in with the right hook. And that's why I think Jake Paul won. I don't think Askren was confident in the ring. He was still doing kind of wrestling basic things, or trying to do like dirty boxing, trying to move closer. His guard was rubbish, because that guard, can't really see him like guard. People can easily land shots when you're guarding like that. I know from experience. And I just don't think he took this serious. Now, do I think this makes Jake Paul a legitimate fighter? You know, as that's the title of this video. No, it fucking doesn't. Excuse my language. He fought someone, like I said, who I just pointed out all the points why it was an easy fight. Problem with Jake Paul, he keeps saying he's a good fight, he's a boxer and all this crap. But he's fought people that are not boxers. Ben Askren was a good UFC fighter, but that's because in UFC you have multiple styles and multiple ways of getting rid of opponents. You have submissions, you have takedowns, you have grappling, you have kickboxing, you have boxing, you have all sorts, you have Muay Thai. All sorts of different aspects and weapons that you can use to get the W. Boxing you don't, you have boxing, that's it. And obviously Gibb isn't a soft boxer, and Jake Paul Robson was a basketball player, so I don't think Jake Paul's even been tested once yet. I think if the rounds went further, maybe, because Ben Askren would have been used to going long distances because of UFC, he might have been tested, but I didn't think it was ever going to make it past the first or second round. Until Jake Paul accepts a fight from someone with good boxing skills. So he had got offered a fight by Michael Bisping, he turned it down. Wallace surprised. He got offered a fight by Tommy Fury. Wallace surprised, he turned it down. That's the thing. Proper boxers, he won't fight because you know he'll get fucking wrecked by them. So, you know, it's annoying Ben Askren lost, but it's obvious. And it's going to be annoying. I'm going to have to deal with Jake's ego and fucking listening to calling out more people. But until he fights a real boxer, he ain't going to be legitimate. So, yeah, I just, you know, stop being a pussy, Jake Paul. Get in there and fight a fucking boxer. And put your money where your mouth is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop a like and a sub. Be much appreciated. I'm an inspiration night. I'm back on the weekend with no bro locked in challenge. It'll either be Pringles, try weird Pringles flavors, or trying Japanese food. So I've been your boy Inspiration Night. I'll catch you later. Cheers, bye.